The City of Aspen is the Home Rule Municipality that is the county seat and the most populous municipality of Pitkin County, Colorado, United States. Its population was 6,658 at the 2010 United States Census. It is in a remote area of the Rocky Mountains, Sawatch Range and Elk Mountains, along the Roaring Fork River at an elevation just below 8,000 feet 2,400 meters above sea level on the western slope, 11 miles, 18 kilometers, west of the Continental Divide. Founded as a mining camp during the Colorado silver boom and later named Aspen for the abundance of aspen trees in the area, the city boomed during the 1880s, its first decade. The boom ended when the Panic of 1893 led to a collapse of the silver market. For the next half-century, known as the Quiet Years, the population steadily declined, reaching a nadir of fewer than 1,000 by 1930. Aspen's fortunes recovered in the mid-20th century when neighboring Aspen Mountain was developed into a ski resort, and industrialist Walter Paepcke bought many properties in the city in the 1950s and redeveloped them. Today it is home to 3 institutions, 2 of which Paepcke helped found, that have international importance: the Aspen Music Festival and School, the Aspen Institute, and the Aspen Center for Physics. In the late 20th century, the city became a popular retreat for celebrities. Gonzo journalist Hunter S. Thompson worked out of a downtown hotel and ran unsuccessfully for county sheriff. Singer John Denver wrote 2 songs about Aspen after settling there. Both figures popularized Aspen among the countercultural youth of the 1970s as an ideal place to live, and the city continued to grow even as it gained notoriety for some of the era's hedonistic excesses, particularly its drug culture. Citation needed. Aspen remains popular as a year-round destination for locals, second home buyers and tourists. Outdoor recreation in the surrounding White River National Forest serves as a summertime counterpart to the city's 4 ski areas. Demand for real estate has made Aspen one of the most expensive places in the country to buy a home. The city's roots are traced to the winter of 1879, when a group of miners ignored pleas by Frederick Pitkin, governor of Colorado, to return across the Continental Divide to avoid a Ute uprising. The Utes were fighting to maintain possession of their land and communities. Originally named Ute City, the small community was renamed Aspen in 1880. And, in its peak production years of 1891 and 1892, surpassed Leadville as the United States' most productive silver mining district. Production expanded due to the passage of the Sherman Silver Purchase Act of 1890, which doubled the government's purchase of silver. In 1883, the Apostolic Vicariate of Colorado's Bishop McHebuef had the Reverend Edward Downey establish the first Catholic mission in Aspen. By 1893, Aspen had banks, a hospital, a police department, 2 theaters, an opera house, and electric lights. Economic collapse came with the Panic of 1893, when President Cleveland called a special session of Congress and repealed the act. Within weeks, many of the Aspen mines were closed and thousands of miners were put out of work. It was proposed that silver be recognized as legal tender, and the People's Party, populists, adopted that as one of its main issues. Davis H. Waite, an Aspen newspaperman and agitator, was elected governor of Colorado on the Democratic ticket, but in time the movement failed. Aspen, 1962. Eventually, after wage cuts, mining revived somewhat, but production declined, and by the 1930 census only 705 residents remained. Remaining, however, were stocks of old commercial buildings and residences, along with excellent snow. Aspen's development as a ski resort began in the 1930s when investors conceived of a ski area, but the project was interrupted by World War II. Friedel Pfeiffer, a member of the 10th Mountain Division who had trained in the area, returned to the area and linked up with industrialist Walter Paepcke and his wife Elizabeth. The Aspen Skiing Company was founded in 1946, and the city quickly became a well-known resort, hosting the FIS World Championships in 1950. Paepcke also played an important role in bringing the Gouda Bicentennial Convocation to Aspen in 1949, an event held in a newly designed tent by the architect Eero Saarinen. Aspen was then on the path to becoming an internationally known ski resort and cultural center, home of the Aspen Music Festival and School. The area would continue to grow with the development of 3 additional ski areas: Buttermilk, 1958, Aspen Highlands, 1958, and Snowmass, 1967. In 1978, Aspen was thoroughly photographed for the Aspen Movie Map project funded by the U.S. Department of Defense. The Movie Map is one of the earliest examples of virtual reality software.